In early November, 13 students who are studying abroad at our London Global Gateway while also interning in one of our partner Catholic schools in England had the opportunity to travel as part of their class to the small town of Bardejov in eastern Slovakia. The main purpose of this trip was to offer a presentation at the Slovakian Educational Leadership Conference, which is held annually for educational leaders. The conference, now in its sixth year, was developed by English head teacher Dr. Simon Utley, together with his colleague Mr. Martin Smilnak, who is head teacher at St. John Bosco Bilingual School in Slovakia. Dr. Utley also teaches our ND student interns co-curricular course, Catholic Education and the Common Good, along with his colleague Dr. John Lydon. Notre Dame students who study abroad at the London Global Gateway can apply for and serve in internships as a way of enhancing and deepening their cultural and societal immersion during their semester abroad. One such fantastic opportunity is with the Catholic Schools program, where they can work with one of our partner institutions in London, 4 of which are secondary schools and 1 of which is a primary school. This is the 4th year our Catholic School Interns have had the opportunity to travel to Slovakia, deliver a presentation at the conference, and take part in a wonderful cultural immersion trip. Prior to showing up at the conference center, our students stopped by and visited the Salesian-founded nursery and primary school for Roman children in the Roma village of Postarka. While the Roma population have been in eastern Slovakia for over 600 years, they still suffer from segregation, poverty, indifference, and discrimination. Unemployment amongst this population is exceedingly high. Their children often do not receive a proper education, and many still speak only the language of Romani, with little to no knowledge of the Slovakian language. At Blessed Zeffirino School, our students interacted with the young Roma children and were given an introduction and overview of the school by Martin Smilnak, who explained to them how they attempt to assist the Roma population of Postarka and provide a good education to their children. From there, our students traveled to the excellent bilingual secondary school of St. John Bosco, where Mr. Smilnak is head teacher. Here they enjoyed a traditional Slovakian lunch. The secondary students whom they met there acted as their guides and translators, accompanying them throughout the rest of the weekend. They then traveled on to Bardejov Spa, where they arrived excited and ready to give a great presentation at the conference. The theme of this year's conference was Better Together, emphasizing how collaboration with other schools, universities, businesses, and community organizations can improve learning opportunities and growth for schools. The ND interns focused on identity, asking the educational leaders to reflect on how the importance of identity informs the educational process. Since schools are a microcosm of society, encouraging identity in students aids in their human transformation, and it's always fantastic to see how the educators in Slovakia listen and respond to our university students. On the following day, our students were treated to a tour by the bilingual students of St. John Bosco around the lovely and perfectly preserved medieval town of Bardejov, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The tour included the gorgeous Basilica of San Egidio, where they took the opportunity to expand their lungs and climb the bell tower, affording them some gorgeous, albeit very rainy views over the town. From there, they took a coach to Košice, whose origins are also medieval. Košice is the largest city in eastern Slovakia and the second largest city overall. And there, they were met by our friend and colleague, Father Pavel, a former fellow with Nanovic, and on the theology faculty of the Catholic University of Ružomberok. Father Pavel organized a tour for them of Košice, including the gorgeous Cathedral of St. Elizabeth. They ended their day there with a great group meal together. When our students head to London, they have many travel plans, often including places such as Dublin, Paris, Barcelona, Rome, Munich. Slovakia is not normally on their list, and especially not Eastern Slovakia. However, I think most of these students would agree that the opportunity to visit the beautiful town of Bardejov while simultaneously talking about the plight of the Roma, delivering a great presentation at a professional educational leadership conference, and touring the gorgeous city of Košice, interacting with amazing and wonderful Slovakian people, all of this is an experience they will treasure and not forget. We're so grateful to the Nanovic Institute for European Studies, who have continued to offer financial sponsorship for this trip and make it possible for our students to have a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Thanks also go out to Dr. Utley, Mr. Martin Smilnak, and Dr. Leiden, as well as all of the folks in Bardejov and Košice who were so very welcoming to our students on this weekend trip.